What's up, guys? I'm back with another movie review today. Today I'm talking about a Bill Zebub movie. If you don't know who Bill Zebub is, and I don't mean the devil himself, I mean, he could be, I guess, but I don't think he is. He makes super low budget, super indie movies. I think he funds most of them on Indiegogo. And he just makes like really weird movies that have a shit ton of dialogue. They're normally like extremely long movies, like 2.5, 3 hours long. Um, it's just really weird shit. It has a ton of dialogue. It's a mixture of like just everything you could think of dialogue wise. Today though, we're talking about the worst horror movie ever made, and I mean that literally because that's the name of the movie. The worst horror movie ever made. This one starts out with some people that are having a strip poker game, and they're having discussions about the etiquette of blowing up somebody's bathroom and people liking the smell of their own shit and whatnot. And then an axe murderer comes in, makes a bunch of axe related puns, and kills a bunch of them. So the only people that are left are the couple that are hosting it, which is Bill Zebub playing, I guess, himself, like he usually does. But so they decide they don't want to go to jail for killing these people because they don't know how they're going to prove that they're innocent. So they just go on the lam and run from the police. This leads to basically a series of just insane sequences, one after another. They encounter every horror movie cliche and convention you can think of: mummies, vampires, werewolves, rednecks, everything you can think of for a horror movie. One of them turns into like a giant. His girlfriend turns into a giant, like 10-story tall woman and knocks over the twin towers, and that really happens in the movie. It's crazy. It makes very little sense, but the dialogue is, I think the dialogue is funny. It basically takes aim on in a very offensive and non-PC way against religions, social stuff, everything you could think of, and then it also has like some really bad dad jokes and puns and grammar-based humor. The performances are pretty terrible. They're just basically non-actors. His later movies, he would bring in some people that are a little more well-known and experienced, like Misty Monday is in a couple of them, who's Aaron Brown now, I guess. It is super offensive, which I think is really funny. I can't repeat some of the stuff that's said in it because I don't want to get in trouble, but it's if you're an easily offended person, this is not a movie that you should watch. This one is very offensive. It's merciless in how it, especially with religion and gender roles and sexual preference. It's. I don't think that it's mean spirited or, it's not anti, any particular type of person. It just is like makes fun of everybody, just to kind of show how absurd everything is sometimes. It has some really crazy moments in it. Bill Zebub is shot into the vagina of his giant girlfriend with a laser gun, and he kills the baby that's inside of her because he's not ready to have a baby yet. And later on, she ends up giving birth to like a zombie baby, and he stomps it to death. And then she also, of course, since he's shot into her vagina, she has to then give birth to him for him to come back out. So his girlfriend turns into the woman who gave birth to him, so she has like this weird Aquaman connection to him that she can, like, instead of Aquaman being like and sending out the like rings to the fish, she can do it with her vagina. She tears a girl's face off and then puts it on her so that they can escape. It's just one situation after another. It's ridiculous. I would think most people will be baffled and confused by this, especially since it's almost 2 hours long. It's super long. Of course, it drags and it's kind of meandering, but I think it's really funny, and I just think it's such a different change of pace from the movies that most of us get to see. It is very offensive and it is very weird. It would just depend on your sense of humor whether or not you liked it. I think you should give at least one of his movies a chance. I don't know that I would recommend this one over some of the other ones. I would go with Dick Shark myself if you can only see one of them. Or Night of the Pumpkin was kind of fun too. But the DVD, it looks okay. It's not anamorphic widescreen, which really sucks. It's got a bunch of, it says over 30 minutes of other bonus features. I haven't watched them. And it does have the bonus movie of Ass Monster, which is kind of a funny movie. I don't know if I'll do a separate review for it or not, but I might. So just in case, I don't want to, better keep that one a secret. So anyway, that is the worst horror movie ever made, which by the way is not the worst horror movie ever made. I've seen much, much worse horror movies than this. If you like just weird shit and you like crazy, offensive, colorful dialogue, give it a chance. If you want to see Jesus masturbate using the hole in one of his hands, check it out. It's got a lot of nudity. It's got a little bit of blood, but it's like really campy blood, so it's not too bad. So even if you don't like gore, it's not too much of an issue here. I would understand if people don't like these movies, but I think they're kind of fun, and hopefully you'll at least give one of his movies a chance. Thanks for watching, guys, and hopefully I'll have another video up soon.